Hey, what's up everyone? I just wanted to make a quick video regarding some of the things happening in the world around us. There has been an increase in hailstones, and for one, we have never driven through so much hail. I don't ever remember day after day dealing with hail and these torrential downpours like this every day. But when we were driving back home, as you've seen in the previous video that hopefully uploaded, for some reason someone gave a dislike in this. We were moving at like 4 or 5 miles per hour in this. But that was hail falling with the rain. I don't know why someone disliked it, but whatever. Whatever. If that's just don't watch if you don't like it, but whatever, that's fine. I was just trying to give an update on what was going on at the moment. We're okay right now, but we've had so much hail. Now, I don't know if you've heard about this, but many people talk about Matthew 24 and how it talks about nation rising against nation, wars and rumors of wars, and famines, pestilences, earthquakes in various places. And Jesus Christ was telling us many years ago, over 2,000 years ago, was telling us that there'll be earthquakes in various places. Well, think about the fact that, first of all, the technology, seemingly, was not available at that time, as we see today, to get earthquake notifications and volcanic notifications in real time. Within milliseconds, we get earthquake and volcano updates. I'll show. For example, years ago, there was no notification from Twitter to say, "Oh, we had an earthquake 19 seconds ago of a 2.2 in Arkansas." And in Australia, they got, over in Darwin, Australia, in that area, they said they could feel the earth move beneath them. Computers in offices shaking, TVs threatening to fall off cabinets. That 7.3 earthquake was very, very strong for the people of Australia. And buildings are being evacuated in that area. It's along this particular area, but no tsunami threat has been mentioned. They asked, did you feel the earth move? The earth moved in that area and surrounding areas, but also a 1.0 in California. There have been over 1,000 earthquakes within a 24-hour period in California. And then they had a 5.6, which is very rare to hit near California. People are worried because animals are running from Yellowstone and places, obviously with concern. They're thinking that in Colorado, they got 2 feet of snow, over 2 feet of snow, which, even for the mountains, that would be quite a bit for the middle of summer. Late June is actually early summer, but late June. And all of these weather anomalies and things. And you think about how it states that the final thing to happen, it said Jesus told that people would be quick to be offended. And then they will persecute you for his name's sake. And that verse right there, people are offended by everything. In Matthew 24, it says people will be quick to take offense. People will be offended by everything. And it talks about people fleeing. Take whatever you have, or don't even go back for whatever you have. If you're on, it said deck, which I don't remember it saying deck in the Bible, but it said that in some of the translations. But then they say couch and sofa and things like that is in there now. So, but the thing is, it's and I did see the word couch in there. But it's you're told not to take anything. We're seeing the beginning of things they had grapefruit-sized hail. Don't ask me why someone thumbs down my previous video regarding the storms we were going through. I was just trying to give an update on what we were driving through, and for some reason someone disliked it. What reason, I don't know. But we're fortunate in the United States to have heating, cooling, and air conditioning. Just to have drinkable anything, edible anything, food, water, drinks, electricity. My Nana yesterday lost electricity. There was a tornado in her area. It's just a county away from us, and it shut off their electricity. They were actually out at a restaurant eating with my aunt and cousin. They were out eating, and suddenly the electricity went out in the restaurant, and then the entire area, the entire town went out. And Nana actually had 2 more pine trees that went down. That's the third one that got twisted and thrown. So she's still without electricity. I think, actually it might have come back now. But the phone line was down and all that. So, yeah, people were without internet and cell phone signal, and they were without, they tried leaving, voicemails and messages, but everything was down for them. They put out that threat for that giant hail in Kansas City. And Arkansas, larger than a grapefruit. Larger than a grapefruit. Hail larger than a grapefruit fell in Arkansas. And giant hailstones have been smashing in Ireland. Check this out. Giant hailstones smashing Ireland. Oklahoma City. Pictures of the giant hailstones that have been battering much of Germany. For the past 2 weeks, they've been getting strong weather. I don't know what it's like there now, but 2 weeks ago, it was reported in Germany. France, giant hailstorms and hailstones caused lots of damage in France. Giant hail the size of golf balls battered Germany, a German city. Giant hail and funnel clouds in Albuquerque, New Mexico, as the wild weather hits part of the state of New Mexico. Dodge Center, giant hail. Giant hailstones hitting Germany. Let's see what else there was. They said these hailstones sounded like gunshots and hammers. And there was actually both grapefruit-sized hail in Germany as well as Texas and in Oklahoma and Arkansas areas. And there was some mysterious ice that fell. They don't even know what it was, where it fell, where it came from. It's still a mystery to them. Giant, mysterious soccer ball-sized chunk of ice falls from the sky. No one has any explanation for what this is. They said at 11:45, Rita Williams said she saw and heard a big chunk of ice fall from the sky on her way back from her walk. She measured it. She measured the hole. It was 29 inches wide and 5 inches deep, making the ice a bit larger than a soccer ball. She said, I heard this very odd noise, and it sounded almost like a firework, and she said it was a high-pitched squealing song. It was a high-pitched squealing song that she heard, and she said, I looked up and saw this enormous white ball fall through the clouds. She looked around to see if anyone else had seen what just happened. It was difficult for her to believe what she just saw. Most of the people that I could see were looking down at their phones. Everybody else had missed it. So that's why I really wanted to take a picture of it, because I didn't think anyone else would believe me. Williams wondered if the ice fell from a plane, but she said there was something a bit unusual. It was something a bit unusual to her. The only thing that sort of confuses me is that the ice was so beautifully clean and clear. I would think that there would be some kind of residue from the plane and the ice, but who knows? Williams says that she's determined to find out why this mystery chunk of ice landed right here. The National Weather Service says that they don't know if the ice came from a plane, but they have no reason to believe it was weather-related. So what do you think about these giant chunks of ice that just randomly fall from the sky? My mama had first told me about this, and I hadn't heard anything about it yet. I hadn't even heard about it. But they said it's a hail of a storm season, as a joke. They said this hail has been very, very rampant. But people taking offense to things, being persecuted, then you'll be killed for his name's sake. all of these disasters happening, and then the gospel shall be preached worldwide in every spot of this world, and then the end shall come. So I mean, it's very, very accurate to what we're seeing happen today. Let's see what else that news was regarding volcanoes. I had some news that I wanted to share. There are a whole lot of volcanoes erupting right now, so hold on, let me see. Tremors continuing to be felt in Australia. Massive 7.5 earthquake. They go from 7.2 to 7.5, so I'm not sure what the actual earthquake magnitude was. Regardless, I'm sure it was enough that was very, very strong. Let's see. I was looking for the news that I seen earlier. I know we get news within milliseconds now, so it's I mean, think about how when Jesus Christ was telling that there would be earthquakes in diverse places, in various places worldwide, and that these wars and rumors of wars, how could there have been in those days? He was telling how we have technology today. He was foretelling the way we would communicate, and it is amazing that we can communicate with each other. I'm very proud to be able to communicate with people from various places in this world. That's amazing that you're talking to someone from all the way on the other side of this world, and instant communication. And it's the internet has really, it's been a game changer for this communication, but it's also, it's caused a lot of corruption and negativity as well, but it's also given instant news regarding things like earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and all of this, and political issues, and it's spread a lot of hate and a lot of discrimination, such as like believers in Jesus Christ. It has spread discrimination against us, and he said that people will be, they'll be so, he described it to a T. He described it to a T. The Bible did describe the times we're living in detail, but there have been disasters. There's been famines. There's been earthquakes. There's been volcanic eruptions. There's been how many extinctions throughout history? There have been many wars. There have been many rumors of wars that happened all the time. There have been these major leaders throughout the history of this world that have been, each reality that I've lived in, have been very ruthless. No matter where you, no matter what, no matter which point you look at, there's been always some sort of huge disaster. So that verse could be just as true then as it is today. Those verses could be just as true then as it is now. The only difference is we do get instant communication and news when earthquakes and disasters happen, and wars and rumors of wars. And that makes it even much more, I mean, thinking about the earthquakes in various places, unless we had the technology to report it, how would you know earthquakes were happening in various places around this world? So that right there is a true prophecy in and of itself. But here's the thing, there's so much happening today that it's hard to keep up with. I mean, I was getting news a moment ago within milliseconds of all of these things that were happening. 46 milliseconds ago, 46 seconds ago, 50 seconds ago, 1 minute ago. And it's, as you see, they've been reporting on it for 40 minutes now, or 45 minutes. The moment an earthquake happened, all the way on the other side of this world, it's reported everywhere. And, but it does seem to be happening. Not sure why some people thumbs down the videos that I did previously, but whatever. It's all good. I'm just telling things like they are and showing what's going on, just vlogging sometimes. But the things that were stated by Jesus Christ, they're happening. They are happening. Also, it does seem that the elites are manipulating weather. If you remember when Putin said, "You stole our snow and cold weather" to Obama, he said, "We'll get you back." And he told Obama that they'd get us back. And sure enough, then we got all kinds of disasters happening shortly after that. So You know they play with these things and play these games. But anyway, major earthquakes happening worldwide. Fits into prophecy. Just thought I'd share this. I don't remember a few verses in the Bible that seem completely different than what I remember, but that's just, I'm not going to state because I don't want to be wrong, be hypocritical, and wind up stating something wrong, and not be correct. But well, that's not the correct term. Hypocritical. That'd be saying not to do something and then doing it. But there's something else to mention in the next video. Yeah, lots of large earthquakes happening around this world, and a lot of stuff going on. With all of these crazy things, you don't know which reality you're in. We seen a Native American Indian today, and he was wearing these stones and crystals just like they used to wear. Their people are so respectful, and many of their people, they deserve so much. It was awful what happened to them. Just like I stated, there have been tragedies and awful things people have done throughout history. Subhuman activities. I mean, like, just horrible things that humans have done in the name of victory over conquest, of just control. And yeah, anyway, it also states in the Bible people will be quick to be offended, and they'll take offense to everything, and then you'll be rounded up and killed for Jesus' name's sake. Anyway, there were several earthquakes in Oregon, Oklahoma. There was, Kansas, over in Kansas, and several other places. So many earthquakes in these various places. It's definitely worth paying attention to. Just thought I'd share this. I've got much more to share. I've got some funny stuff to share as well to keep things light. I love you all. Peace. My links are below if you'd like to show your love and support for what I do. God bless you all. Spaced Out Productions signing out.